Oconee bells, Shortia glacifolia. The title of the poem is called As We Were Then on Those Steeps. It starts with 3 epigraphs. I'll read them and then I'll go into the poem. S. glacifolia was judged to be in a relic condition, with a low incidence of reproduction sites accounting in part for its endemism. V.E. Vivian, 1967. James Mooney, 1889. In June 1760, Montgomery quickly drove the enemy from about Fort Prince George and then, rapidly advancing, surprised Little Kiowa, killing every man of the defenders and destroyed in succession every one of the lower Cherokee towns. And the last epigraph from L.L. Chick Gaddy in 2016. A lot of plant distribution is logical. The rest is luck in history that we don't understand. And the poem, As We Were Then on Those Steeps, 1760. Runner stem by runner stem, the sisters unstitched us from the duff, leaf, flower, root, and all. June, green corn moon it was, Dahalui, and we were in capsule, mute as ever, while the 2 maidens bent, fingers still quivering, numb with numb, and tore us up from the ground in long strands, what you might now call stolens, and with us wrapped every corpse. There were a lot. The younger gave her father extra care, covered his eye sockets with our sepals, braided dents, his head with our toothed leatheries, filled his mouth with our tongues, stylies, pollen tubes done, song sleuthed. They could smell smoke and strange metals from across the river beyond the confluence, the fort's wasteful, ridiculous fires, but they worked as ghosts, quiet as ghosts, though fox screams were their eyes. And Nahui guided them. Those immortals lent them strength of mist. Bees had spread the news. Deer came to bed in our last dense clumps. To settle their guts, bear munched our leaves, turkey too, but not excessively. Our juice has little taste. Scavengers, normally aloof, flared their wings and cocked their heads, bald and painted up from their rank, perfect food. From Spearpoint's peak, thunderbird abuzz, tucked and dove along the vectors of our nod. Even the wolves left watch of the cattle by the fort and slunk to the top of the cliff and stared down the slope at the sisters who had woven the entire grove of us by now around their kin. It wasn't over. The dead's wounds mostly hidden, not the stiff weight. The sisters hefted each villager, family and friends one by one to the stream, and one by one down the sisters' wade each runner and leaf entwined remain. With stones they tilted under the water, big stones, boulders, such was the force of their loss. For a long time that felt like none or beyond time, the sisters worked the pool below the last tumult at Dakusi, Toxaway, before the confluence. They waited among murmurs of light and rains, breaking on and more slowly breaking the stone. Those falls below which some say every for life's future is spoken, and one can know us as we are beyond the names.